which is DK Metcalf getting traded to the Steelers. And former Pittsburgh Steeler, Hall of Famer, two-time Super Bowl champion, Big Ben Roethlisberger, had something to say with the dynamic duo of George Pickens and DK Metcalf. So let's take a listen.
Coach T, are you kidding me? DK Metcalf on one side, GP on the other, Muth work in the middle, and I might need to throw my hat in the ring. If you're looking for a guy, I might still have a couple throws in.
He said, I got a couple throws in me, which, Big Ben, I don't think you have a couple throws and you left. I mean, the last season you played in the NFL, you were on your last legs. But throwing a DK would make it easier. Throwing a George Pickens would make it easier. I mean, there's no doubt that this Steelers team is good. Everything has fallen into line. Everything. Now, they did just lose Najee Harris to the Chargers, but they do have Jaylen Warren, who's been having larger roles the last couple years. So I think he can come in and be a bell cow. So I'm not sure if that's a huge loss, but the Steelers got to figure out who's going to be this quarterback, because there's not many left. There's not many left. Aaron Rodgers is the only quarterback I could see make the Steelers a true Super Bowl contender. Because if you're going to sign DK Metcalf, give him a 5-year extension, you're going to have to draft somebody, and you're going to have somebody in place to contend while you develop your young quarterback. And I think, and I've been hearing people say Jackson Dart would be a good option for the Steelers. I agree. I think Jackson Dart has elite accuracy. He has a great arm. That is a guy you can develop. And he is polished. He had a great combine. So I'm looking at that guy right there and saying that is a very undervalued player in this upcoming draft. But the Steelers have to make a decision. And I thought the Steelers didn't want Aaron Rodgers. Now I keep hearing reports that they're close to getting a deal done, or they're talking about getting a deal done. Just make a decision. Just make a decision already. I mean, we know Aaron Rodgers only has two options, the Giants or the Steelers. And I'm checking my phone because I want to make sure that nothing has happened with Aaron Rodgers, and it hasn't. But Aaron Rodgers, this is the last opportunity he has, and you know that he wants to win a Super Bowl, and you have the receiving core to do it. You have it. It's there. It's not like Aaron Rodgers was bad. The Jets just couldn't put it together last year. And with DK Metcalf, he is a ginormous human being. He is great at faking people out when he's running routes. He's got that head movement that just dekes out defensive backs like I've never seen. I mean, he's very undervalued when it comes to that. So I would like to see an elite quarterback with him, because if you don't pair an elite quarterback with these two receivers, I feel like you're kind of wasting the talent that the Steelers team has, because they have a good defense, they have a good offensive line, they have good receivers, and they do have a good running back. So they have all the pieces, and there's no way that you can bring Russell Wilson back, because there's been reports about Russell Wilson that have been coming out about him being, whispers about pushing DK out of Seattle. I don't know if you would want a guy like that. And he tried to get Pete Carroll and the general manager in Seattle fired when he was there before he left for Denver. So I don't know. I would not want to see Russell Wilson play with DK Metcalf again, because I just don't think Russell Wilson was that good last year. I mean, there were arguments to be made that Justin Fields could have started over Russell Wilson last year.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put my